Hi all, and welcome back to the channel. With the year coming to an end, I want to talk about my favorite games of the year. Before I dive in, I want to thank everyone who watched my videos this year. Getting monetized has been an amazing achievement, and I didn't expect it to happen this quickly. Now, let's talk about my games of the year. A few ground rules. These don't have to be games that released this year. It's about what I played this year. Also, just because I call something a game of the year for me doesn't mean it's a 10 out of 10 or better than other games. It's all about personal taste. For example, Silent Hill 2 and Balatro are not on the list. Both are amazing games, but just not the kind I play much. One last thing. For each game, I'll also share one thing I didn't like, just to keep things balanced. Now let's dive into it. The first game is Space Marine 2. On the surface, it seems like a Gears of War clone set in the Warhammer 40k universe, but it's so much more than that. The sheer scale of the fights, combined with surprisingly fluid combat, makes it feel like a truly next-gen game. It blew me away, much like how I felt when getting a new console as a kid. One thing I liked less is that, later on, it doesn't work as well in single player. Next on the list is Tower Factory. This game combines the tower defense genre with the automation genre. The combination keeps you constantly on your toes as you optimize different gameplay loops that are really well tied together. It's easy to get into, but still has tons of depth. A must-play for fans of these genres. The one thing I liked less is the randomly generated maps. Sometimes, it feels like you lose purely due to bad luck. The third game is Metaphor Refantasio. It's basically Persona, but set in a fantasy world, with modern quality-of-life improvements and a basic layer of action combat on top of the turn-based system. This keeps the game moving at a faster pace. To clarify, it takes Persona 5 Royal, which was already fantastic, and improves on every aspect. The world design especially drew me in. It's incredible. That said, the game feels too long. It's a weird criticism, but I just don't have as much time these days. I still haven't finished it. I'm a big fan of survival games and used to play a lot of Pokemon, so the arrival of Palworld, which combines Ark, Survival Evolved with Pokemon, was perfect for me. But it's not just that. It's one of the best survival games in terms of user experience. Very little friction to get into it. Building up your camp and getting your pals to work is extremely satisfying. However, later on, it's almost impossible to properly manage and optimize your base. Now let's talk about Dragon Age Veilguard. I know this game is divisive, and I'm not a big fan of the writing either. However, it's a very focused RPG with no unnecessary busywork, and the combat is super fun. It's an action system that still feels tactical and strategic. The character progression is great. You feel yourself getting stronger. The party combat works by letting you control their abilities, giving you at least 9 abilities to play with. It's a deep and enjoyable system. This next one might seem odd, but Infinitode 2 is a game I only picked up this year, and it's fantastic. It's a free-to-play tower defense game available on Steam and mobile. It's all about using the right combination of towers, placing them strategically, and deciding which to level up. There are so many layers of strategy that I can't explain them all here. My biggest complaint is that it doesn't always give you all the information you need. If you want to play hardcore, you'll need the wiki. Now, for something completely different, Stalker 2. I haven't played this game as much as I'd like, but what I have played, I really enjoyed. The sense of freedom in this game is amazing. You can do whatever you want, and the world and story still progress. The shooting feels tight, and certain moments look incredible. My main issue is the AI. While it's dumb in some ways, it has eagle eyes. The second they see you, they shoot with insane accuracy. 2024 was definitely the year of survival games. Another standout is Enshrouded. While Palworld merges Ark with Pokemon, Enshrouded merges an RPG with survival gameplay. It's lighter on the survival elements, but bigger on the RPG side, with incredible exploration. You can destroy the environment, like using bombs to break through walls, and use a glider to traverse terrain quickly. These features open up the game tremendously. However, it's more linear than other survival games, with less choice about what to do next. Those were my 8 favorite games of 2024. Before wrapping up, I want to mention a few games that might have made the list if I'd had more time to play them. Black Myth Wukong is a great action game, not a Souls-like, to be clear, with impactful combat and stunning visuals. There are also some big RPGs I want to get into after finishing Metaphor and Dragon Age. These include Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake, Romancing Saga 2, Revenge of the Three Kingdoms, and Ys 10 Nordics. All seem amazing, but I need more time. That's it. This year was great for gaming, even if my backlog grew. I hope it was for you too. Let me know your favorites in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Once again, thank you so much for watching this year. I really appreciate it. Have a happy new year, and I'll see you in the next one.